Just a little hunting at the lake with my Bering Optics Super Yoter LRF. This and several other of the animals in the video were spotted with the help of my finder from Tech Savvy Optics that I put on the roof of my truck. I hope to be shooting with my 6.5 Grendel shooting horn of the SST 123 grain bullets loaded by True Army and the Starline brass.
I think that's going to be a raccoon.
Brass catcher by Tactical Brass Recovery.
Yep. Raccoon.
Well, that wasn't a beaver, but this one certainly is. Carpe Castor. Notice how the body's riding lower in the water on this one instead of the last one. Take a shot.
That's a hit.
And I thought that was a good shot. It sounded like a good hit. And I'm not seeing the body. Now, why do I think this was a good hit? This in slow motion. And it's because of the fragments that hit in the distance. Like right here, this chunk. It's not part of the rest of the splash. It's going to be something coming off the animal, either the bullet or part of the animal itself. Carpe Sus from the same spot where I shot the beaver. I've got a hog coming out on the other side of the lake. As I over-nuke the image, trying to hit the zoom button. And here we go. And a quality assurance shot because I'm not getting over there to check him out. However, I'm going to guess that he's somewhere well north of 100 pounds, and so we're just going to call him 100 pounds and leave it at that. Well, the battery died getting video of the shot on this hog.
Oh, that's a pig I shot. Just before the recording started, looks like about 117 yards.
So I got off exactly one shot, but I came away with a 215-pound sow, and she was pregnant with 5 on board. And we're back at the Beaver Lake property. The lake is in the top right-hand corner. I don't have any environmental information other than to say the winds are out of the south-southeast. And I'm parked in the truck over on the left-hand side of the screen. I've got a pig down in the lower center of the screen. That's eventually going to move off property in the first part of this video. So here I've gotten out of the truck. You can hear the truck running. That's a pig out there at 287 yards. If you notice the time, it's about 10:20. And I move up on the pig in order to close the distance, in order to take a better shot, and he ducks under the fence onto the neighbor's property. And he meandered over here for a while before taking off towards the south. Bringing back the map, I watched him on the other side of the fence, hoping that he would come back onto my side, and instead he just moved away down along the neighbor's side of the fence before all of a sudden he cut across into my pasture and then into the woods, and he was headed up towards the area of the barn. I knew where that was, and so I decided that I would just drive around in my truck and see if I could head off the pig on the other side. And sure enough, he came out. Got a shot on him. He takes off running, makes it across the road where he gets finished off, and he is done. So here he is coming out from the other side. Notice the time. It's 31 minutes later. I need for him to clear the barn before I take the shot. That's looking pretty good. Now I'm going to let him run here because he's going to pass in front of the homeowner's house in the distance behind the woods. And I'm going to wait till he crosses the road before it's going to be safe again. There we go. That drops him. And that finishes him off. And this hog turned out to be a 175-pound boar. Next night out hunting, the truck has 404,404 miles on it. Still going strong. Carpe Daisipus. Looking for pigs, but I'm just finding boars. And male armadillos are called boars, and every one that I shot tonight that I was able to find was a male. I've got 2 in the field right now. This one is taken off running. I want to get a shot on it before it gets too far away. But every time I line up on it, it starts moving again. And here we go. And he's doing the curly shuffle. So I figure he's done. Spin back over, find the other armadillo. That's 2 down. I did not find the first armadillo, but I did find the second one, and once again, it was a male. Moving on to the next pasture of this property, still no hogs, but more armadillos. Another boar. This is in the same field, just way off to the left from where the last armadillo was. "155 yards. And then the last armadillo of the evening. Bringing the total to 5. Moving on to hogs again. With the low water crossing property.
Okay, I've got the problem of we've got pigs across the creek. And the further upwind I go, the more pigs I see. The problem is there's not many clear spots to shoot them from. And if I move too far to the right of those pigs, they'll end up being downwind of me for those pigs. But we'll give it a try. We'll probably go for those pigs and see.
Alright, as I was explaining, I'm trying to keep from being upwind of these pigs off to the left in order to get access to this larger sounder. I've got problems that I don't have a whole lot of gaps in the trees, and I readily can't get across the creek right here, so I'm going to shoot from my side of the creek and take what I can. Looks like part of the sounder in the back is moving out, so that's not a good sign. I don't believe that shot connected, but the hogs certainly know how to run in a serpentine fashion, and that makes for very difficult targets, especially when trying to shoot through foliage. A lot of pigs, just no shots. And then these pigs are in the open and on the run for the shot of the night. 220 yards. 222 according to GPS. I came away with a 215-pound pregnant sow. And she had 6 on board. And a 180-pound boar taken at 220 yards.
Carpe sus, my friends.